So, what are we on today? I know what you're thinking. I'm dressing up like Scarface brother. So I'm gonna remove my jacket and look even more gangster. Welcome to an episode of Carpentry Brew, guys. I'm on probably my favorite 5 Series from BMW. Let's start with the bad news. Well, that's not bad news. This is the 535 diesel. You gotta love twin turbos, man. So, why am I driving a diesel saloon car? First, it was the first diesel car ever entered the Top Gear circuit because of its amazing torque and because it was actually very close performance to the BMW M5, the petrol sister. And also one of the very good reasons why I'm driving this car is because today this car will more likely get sold. So it's actually my very first and probably last shot with this very car. So I'm gonna take a journey about roughly 200 kilometers, maybe some detour, with this 12 years old car. The reason why I love this car is that the engine is really fantastic. What BMW did back then was, let's put 2 turbos, one very small and then a big one, meaning that you have torque right away as soon as you press the throttle. This car was a year in the garage, not moving, full stop. What it did, it charged the battery, the first start, the engine went on. This is when BMW was great, when the average BMW was great. This car, I think, is above average by far. Engine perspective, 3 liters, V6 inline, 286 brake horsepower. A couple of tricks on it, you can push this car up to easily 360 brake horsepower, meaning that it could be a serious contester against the petrol heads, the petrol sisters. If you want to buy like a fast car on a relatively low budget, this might be your chance to get a very fast car. Runs cheaper. Diesel consumption is more sensible than petrol, which can be very brutal. There's no question, if you put me to choose a 535 and an M5, I obviously would choose the M5 petrol, but it will cost me way more on a daily basis. You could travel the world with this car. I really mean that. It's got the space, it's got the great engine, the power on these things never ends, the torque on these things never ends. It's amazing. And it's a diesel. What the hell's going on? Drives so good. What was back then a good contestant was the Audi, the A6, the 3 liter. I now driven the Quattro, great car, but I would not consider an A6 over this. Get down, I got this 286 brake horsepower and continuous torque. I just awoke a monster. Awesome. And I normally feel these bumps, and this one was important. I just didn't feel it. Nothing. A fart. It was a fart. Actually, it was a fart. But I think now it's time to put this car to a proper test. love the way the car goes to 5,000 RPM. You know, being diesel, it's really not a bad thing. So let's go again. Really feel this car really, for being a heavy car, the acceleration is pretty outstanding. And because it's got the twin turbo, the small turbo that kicks in at low RPM, and then the big one, his father turns up about 2,000 RPM. This car progresses so fast, so dynamic. It's really nice. It gives you that feeling that it's an endless power. It's really smooth. There's a slight delay with the steering, obviously, but it's a saloon car. So you cannot just expect a coupe drive. When the power kicks in, the more you increase the speed, the more turny and the more precise the steering becomes. But obviously, to a certain extent. I might bid for this car if the customer doesn't get it. Yeah, probably it could be me. Something you need to watch out on this car anyway when it comes to maintenance is the pulley. It's a heavy car, so the pulley gets deployed quite heavily. Suspensions, obviously, and potentially the police. Gotta watch that out because this car is pretty quick. It's gonna get you in trouble.